Hello everyone, this is Jack and welcome back to my channel. This is São Luís, where we're actually gonna go downtown and see the historical sites and architecture of the city since it was colonized, as well as some sculptures and street art. But before we get into that, go ahead and click the subscribe button, turn on notifications so that you know when I have new content out. I've been posting about Brazil for the last few weeks, and then we're going to move on to other things very soon. You can follow my socials down below, and let's get to it. Snack snacks. She said that the tide is really low right now, so it's a little bit more aggro. It's not even that aggro, but it's really good for kite surfing. But when the tide is higher, it's kind of really calm, like a swimming pool. So there are serpents all over the city, and the Catholics adopted stuff from it, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to actually talk about the original meaning. So this is a Mirante da Benchi, and this is a viewpoint in Apiai. There's also a really cool trail that looks like the body of the snake, where a lot of motorcyclists go and view the land. And then the next sculpture are three fishermen that are pulling their catch, or I guess about to take a catch because there's no fish in their net yet. Remember this from yesterday? We saw this last night. The popcorn machine. It was full though. Damn, picked clean. So this area doesn't usually get lively until noon because everybody's asleep. They've been staying up late all night. These are so cute. The little... Oh, they don't work. So this says Island of Love, and São Luís is called that because of Claudio Fontana's song, which is of the same title, and it got popular during the time because it talked about the romantic beauty of the place with charming landscapes such as cobblestone streets and colorful mansions. The exact origin is uncertain, but the nickname may have also been a way to drive marketing to get the place to be more popular, or just by the city's own atmosphere, which does enchant with its rich history and natural beauty. The serpent in the water is 74 meters and it's called Lulu, and it is inspired by the legend of the Serpente Encantada de São Luís, created by Jesus Santos. It opened in 2001 and a month after it sank, but fortunately it was quickly raised back up over water. So the city has a historical center with Portuguese architecture, charming squares, and is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, in addition to being a beautiful waterfront with awesome sunsets, which contribute to the passionate and romantic atmosphere. There have been other nicknames such as Rebel Island, Brazilian Athens, and Brazilian Jamaica, but Island of Love has been the one that has stuck the longest, according to tourism. Our guide was super knowledgeable about everything, and she spoke Spanish, which really helped because I could understand and converse with her then. Brazilians apparently study Spanish in school, but I don't know if they retain it or they just don't feel like speaking in it all the time. So people have kayaked or canoed all the way across, and then also there's catamarans that come this way with music and drinks. So cute. Then we got this ice cream dude, all natural, made of tapioca and yucca, which is why it melts quickly. She said that all of these walls here are original from the colonization days, and then these are actually stones that were brought to counterbalance the ship, but they had so many that they ended up using it for the roads. I really love that they tried to have no waste with materials, even though they didn't need them anymore. And looking over here, you could see the dates on some of the fronts of the houses, and most of the blue tile are from the Portuguese. This lady created these houses because people were driving over the sidewalk and breaking her property. The power of art. Pretty stained glass windows too. I love architecture for this historical reason. Like, you could tell in a city when things were made by the design on the facade. But the interiors are kept up pretty well too. The maintenance goes really far here. That's cool they have the dates. The late 17th century core of this historic town was founded by the French, but it was previously occupied by the Dutch before coming under the Portuguese rule, and they had preserved the original rectangular street plan in its entirety. This is the city hall, and the mayor gets to go through the front door, but it's not open to the public because they don't want to ruin the interior. This guy's name was Touche. Whatever. You look like you're wearing a toupee. I don't know. I'm anti-colonization. I love these illustrations that talk about what São Luís is known for, and there's a graphic map illustrating what can be found in each location throughout the city. So, second blackest city, Capoeira. Got the couscous. And then we have the Jesus Guarana. It's not for Christ, it's the guy who patented it and has like his own chemical, and it tastes like super sweet cinnamon. And then Creole dancing.
E aqui é o nosso carnaval de rua. Aqui é a nossa tiquira, que é uma bebida feita com a iuca, com a mandioca. Com a mandioca. E ela fica lilás assim, porque eles pegam a casca da tangerina.
This is our guide. I can't remember her name, but she was fantastic. Thank you so much for your work. Obrigada. Next up, we're visiting the Poet Park, and this is so cool. It really highlights every single person who wrote poems, connections to São Luís. It's the books. They're all like that. Cute. Local poets. Antonio Gonçalves Dias is the national poet of Brazil. He was born in São Luís and a key figure in the Romantic movement, and the square in the city is named after him. Because he's bedridden.
E esse aqui é ele. Ele falando dos indígenas. E Maria Firmina dos Reis, ela foi a primeira mulher aqui no Brasil a escrever um romance e a publicar este romance, intitulado Por Úrsula, de 1859. E Maria Firmina já escrevia sobre as atrocidades da escravidão. Ela era negra, abolicionista também.
Far gone, he came back to Brazil and wrote this really long song about how he loves Brazil and it's better than Portugal. And also everybody's got to memorize the song, but everybody only remembers the first part, which is what I showed you on the wall. But the translation is, my homeland has many palm trees, and the thrush song fills its air. No bird here can sing as well as the birds sing over there. We have fields more full of flowers, and a starrier sky above. We have woods more full of life, and a life more full of love. Ugh, swoon. So pretty.
The first church that were built by the indigenous slaves. Okay. And the last part is the school, the Jesuit school.
I'm in love with this fountain because it shows that they were trying to keep the indigenous legends alive while colonization was happening. So she's a second generation of the indigenous, the frog leg. She's the mother of waters, the rivers.
Okay. Cantaria, elementos deixados ainda pelos jesuítas.
I'm not a religious person. I'm more spiritual than anything else, but you really have to gawk at the amount of effort and money that gets poured into the decorations of these houses of worship. The elite and priests. This is a Brazilian wood, and they put ropes on their backs and carried them in. They're restoring this so that secretaries can use it as offices. They used these benches to converse when they didn't have internet and gossip by the beach. Same types. So this is Reviver Hostel. It's well located in the historic center of the capital, and it's really cozy, pleasant environment with large balconies overlooking the street. There's so many murals and paintings on the walls, as well as statues by the pool. It's a very unique place that is pretty well known by the locals. The person at the front desk allowed us to come in and take a tour of the premises just because our guide said that it was something to marvel at, and she was right. They've got a little gaming area, and I know that they have families that stay here, as well as also special events that happen throughout the year. Also made whale bone. Beleza was some slang that we picked up from the Maranhenses that is like cool or beautiful. Next up, we found a cultural center that had capoeira happening and a lot of singing and dancing. Capoeira is a Brazilian martial art that originated in the 16th century with African slaves and is categorized by a blend of dance, acrobatics, and music. It was developed as a form of self-defense disguised as dance, and today it is practiced often including a musical circle called a roda with a call and response singing, drumming, and stringed instruments like the berimbau. Today, capoeira is an important part of Brazilian culture, with schools and cultural centers preserving its traditions. This is the market. A lot of the souvenirs are made with found or recycled elements, but I really was drawn to the magnets because they had really cute illustrations that were artistic representations of the lagoons, as well as the tiles that reflected the house facades of the Portuguese era. I don't need it. The door is kind of cute too. The one that you said, but nah. Stones and resin.
At least we got the magnets we wanted.
Just out of the windows. I think we have time to go in there. What the hell is going on? Cute dress next to the Creole style. Whoa. Hey, they got the Bob Marleys. It looks hella white. Customized. Kind of raining, but it's refreshing.
Aqui é uma lojinha de artesanato indígena daqui do Maranhão.
Oh. Indigenous. These are from the seeds of the acai. Psychedelically lit. It's a sunstone. Anyway, you know how it looks so pretty and blue outside? Well, it started pouring rain for like a good 20-30 minutes, and it came out of nowhere. This footage is secretly from before the rain happened when we passed by the first time. This is restaurant Senak.
Cute. Used to be a telephone building.
Senak Restauranci is actually a cooking school. They have an executive menu every single day, except for Sundays, that references the maranhao quality of teaching passed on to their students.
Wait. How much?
Wow. This is what we've been waiting for. We'll get some stuff and then come back. Ooh, the cake. Wow. For 4, and then you do shink for 5.
Next up was the Reggae Museum because reggae is super popular here.
Why are all the mannequins white? Yeah.
And it had spread culturally from São Luís. Reggae originated in Jamaica in the late 1960s from the earlier styles of ska and rocksteady, which themselves evolved from American R&B mixed with Jamaican mento music. Pioneers like Toots and the Maytals with their 1968 song Do the Reggae helped define the genre. Early reggae themes focused on love, but later became heavily influenced by the Rastafari movement, incorporating spiritual themes and social commentary on issues like poverty, racism, and rebellion. Key figures who helped spread reggae globally include Bob Marley, One Love, Peter Tosh, and Jimmy Cliff. Reggae used to be a black-only cultural type of music, and then it had spread to the rest of Brazil because it became so popular and more culturally accepted as time went on. This is set up for a one-day street fair that happens on Saturdays. See? They're playing reggae in the streets. Anyway, this was kind of the end of our tour, and we headed back to our hotel to drop off our things and then head to the beach because we were going to go to the right from the shore this time.
Looks like a sewing machine.
Keep an eye out for this pack of dogs because we actually walked beside them for a very long time after transferring to the street sidewalk. Are you guys ready to see some cool kite surfers?
Different way down the beach. Kite surfers! Dang, there's a lot. Wow. Hey, he's going fast.
I sped up this area because I wanted you guys to see how fast and far these guys go in the relative span of time. This portion has been sped up by 400%.
This guy was using one hand at one point. Oh yeah.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
What you got? What you got? What you got? Okay, sailing, skating. Maybe not. No. Nice. Smooth landing. Well, they're all stopping here. Yeah, they're all coming in. Nice. Last day in São Luís. Gorgeous. Floats. Now they're all here. Hello. Ugh, the water's so warm. Pretty. Wow. So, kiosks on the beach because they're not allowed to do construction, which I think is amazing. And if you notice, there's nothing on the beach. It's so clean. Not even algae or seaweed, which is crazy because when we went to the lakes, that's all you saw underneath.
Had to get some shots of soccer, of course, or as they call it here, futebol. And then it was time to head to dinner by walking on the street sidewalk thing.
Oh no, the hungry. Scrappy. Scrappy Dodge. So scrappy. So cute. Art Nouveau style doorway.
With the water waves and listening to the wind.
Oh, kite surfing.
Such a fun sport.
Snapback. The scrappy dog. Oh no. Those? Yes. So female.
The sunsets never get old. I swear, even with the moody clouds and everything. My parents went to go to this frame to take a photo here.
That's where we're going. There's someone's house. Alleyway with a guy feeding cats.
Oh, there's a smart car.
Gotta wash. Eesh. What the hell? Oh, here's the menu though. There, swimming pool.
Where? Oh, there's 3.
Armazém do Chefe is a restaurant in São Luís specializing in Maranhao cuisine, known for serving typical dishes such as Maranhao-style moqueca, fried fish in babaçu coconut oil, peixada, which is fish stew, giant shrimp, and carne de sol, which is sun-dried beef. It was really, really salty though, so balance that out with a lot of side dishes. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow we're gonna head back to Sao Paulo, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share so that other people can learn more about Brazil and their culture. Subscribe and click the notification bell so that you know when I have new content out. I post every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And until next time, keep curious, everyone. Jack out.